Would you like me to surprise you? This is what the developer in Phuket promises you. But here's what it looks like in reality. Compare the model with the actual project. Yes, that's how they build in Phuket. Not only in Dubai do they compare the model with the finished project, matching even the smallest trees, but they do it here too. This is a legendary project here in the center of the Bang Tao area. It's already built, it's already sold out. There are only a few large units left here and there's practically nothing left to buy. But now I'll show you how this developer builds. This is the first project in this water-themed series. And I'll say right away that just behind this building, a new project is being built, which will be even cooler. And you can now buy an apartment there starting from $160,000. Now let's just take a walk and enjoy. And helping us with this will be Stas, my friend and partner. And now we'll take a look and show you what's here. Tell us, what kind of project is this without naming it?
This is a residential complex. Importantly, it's not a hotel type complex, but a comfortable residential type. This developer offers this kind of concept. There is no hotel license here. Maybe that's for the best, because here you can move in for the long term and rent out this apartment for a long period. Or even better, come here to spend the winter or live here all year round.
Most people who bought apartments here are probably end users, meaning those who want to live here themselves, maybe for part of the year, and only, well, probably less than half bought for investment purposes because it's a really great location and a really great developer. People are confident in the quality and people want to live here. That's what attracts people. If we're talking about investments, the yield is roughly as follows. The purchase price of a standard one-bedroom apartment is about $170,000. You can rent it out during the season for about $3,500 per month. But that's monthly rent. So this is not short-term rent. It's not a hotel concept, just to clarify again. That's one of the reasons why people want to live here themselves and do so comfortably. Because there isn't that constant turnover of tenants here. That's just not the case. So over half a year of the high season, you earn about $17,000 to $18,000 here. In the off season, well, let's say pessimistically, the apartment will rent for about half as much. Overall, the yield will be around 8 to 9%. But since this complex was only completed a few months ago, we can't give you precise proven figures just yet. But the season has already shown its results. During the winter months, apartments here were rented out for 110,000 baht per month. So that's roughly $3,500.
Well, that's actually what makes the developers stand out. They're versatile. In what way? That is, we're not buying a hotel-type room. We're getting a full-fledged apartment in a comfortable residential complex with 30 infrastructure points, which is simply pleasant and comfortable for living. But at the same time, the investment component is also present. We'll always get our 8 to 9% from this.
Tell me, how do you enter the building? Do you really have to go down here and walk through the water?
Yes, sometimes you can use the life rings, but seriously, the entrances are on the other side.
So this is the concept. There's a lot of water in the courtyards around the building. Doesn't that cause any discomfort? Maybe the humidity is too high.
If you don't really like kids, it's better to get windows facing the other side.
It is a family-focused lifestyle. There are a lot of children here, but again, this is meant for permanent living. Why did I say that this project is legendary? Because it's the first project of this class in Phuket. In other words, the developers set a high bar for themselves and for the entire market by building such beautiful architecture and landscaping. These very facilities and amenities, these very conveniences. And as is customary, each subsequent project takes its previous mistakes into account, adds improvements and refines things. And the neighboring project, which I will show you separately and send you materials about, contact me right away, don't wait. Message me on WhatsApp, Telegram or Instagram on any of the banned social networks and messengers in Russia, and I will send you materials about the new project, what you can buy there and at what price. And next we will go and take a look at a finished apartment here in the showrooms where you can see the most in-demand layouts. So right behind the fence we can see those buildings under construction. Construction is progressing at a wild pace, but for now we can't go in there, so we're showing you what's already finished. How beautiful. Oh my goodness. In some ways the concept reminds me of the lagoons houses, if we compare this to projects in Dubai. But honestly, I haven't even seen anything like this in Dubai.
There are some issues with the corridors. They're narrow, sometimes the ventilation can't keep up, and you can feel the humidity.
It's a bit stuffy here. First of all, it's probably not ventilated by the wind here, so it's a bit stuffy and the humidity is higher. But you have to understand that the summer hot season has already started, so that's how it is. How much does an apartment like this cost in a top area of Phuket from one of the top developers?
Is that a question?
Of course.
This particular apartment is about $400,000, mainly because of the large balcony and terrace.
But honestly, we don't need that. Let's take a look inside. This is the furniture. Built-in furniture is all included in the price, and the rest of the furniture, depending on the project, is sometimes given as a bonus. Here's the master bedroom. Take a look, there are windows on two sides. The bathroom is so spacious. Look at this shower cabin. You could easily take a shower here with 3 people at once. There's another bedroom on the other side, and it's also designed as a master bedroom, also with its own bathroom. Please take a look. This one is a little bit smaller. So specifically, this 2-bedroom apartment is more expensive because it has a larger area. But what about the price? How much can you buy a similar 2-bedroom in the new project that's being built next door?
Around $300,000.
Friends, what can you buy in Dubai for $300,000? A studio in JVC? Well, at best, right? And if you go for a 1-bedroom, as I already mentioned, they start from $170,000. Those will be the smallest units, about 30 square meters. Yes, the spaces here are not large, although look, it actually feels quite spacious here. And in some apartments, you literally step out from your terrace, go down into the pool, and swim 500 meters among all these houses, surrounded by all this beauty. Well, it might not be for everyone, but there really are people who absolutely love doing this. Stas also told me that this is a pet-friendly community. So, in other words, pets are welcome here. I wonder what kinds of pets you could have in an apartment with direct access to the water from your balcony. And here it is, that very house located just across the fence. In other words, it's a new project under construction. Take a look at its model. Here you can see the same kind of canals that go around the houses where you can swim. So this is what a basic 1-bedroom apartment looks like with an area of just 30 square meters. That's a small area. In Dubai, with that size, you could only get a small studio. But here, if you're looking to invest, this is the kind of area you need. There are 4 sleeping places in the bedroom, for example, for children or guests. You can accommodate them here in the living room. You also have a spacious bathroom, which has entrances from both sides, from the living room and from the bedroom. Look, you can walk around in a circle. The price for such a basic unit is around $160,000 to $170,000 for an apartment with full finishing, furniture and appliances. But the furniture and appliances are included as a gift only if you purchase at this stage. Message me if you're ready to consider an apartment now. I'll send you offers, and by the end of the year you can already move into these apartments, friends. And here we have a full 2-bedroom unit called a 1+. But take a look for yourself. This is a living room and 2 bedrooms, separated on opposite sides of the layout. But one of the bedrooms is small, which you can use as a children's room. You can use it as a room for your mother-in-law or as an office. Basically, whatever you want. There are also full 2-bedroom units with an area of 60 square meters, but they are significantly more expensive. If you want something liquid to save money so that your investment pays off faster through renting, then I recommend you choose this kind of mini format. First of all, 2-bedroom units are very liquid, both for renting out and for resale. Secondly, you save a lot when purchasing here. To see offers with specific brochures, figures, and calculations, message me on WhatsApp, Telegram, or Instagram on any of the banned platforms, and I'll send you everything.